Hello everyone. I'm going to present you cultural misunderstandings in a movie called My Big Fat Greek Wedding. The movie is about a young Greek woman falling in love with a non-Greek man. She struggles to get her family to accept him while she comes to terms with her cultural identity. The movie is released in 2002 in many countries, including Turkey. It's written by Nia Vardalos, the star of the movie, along with John Corbett. The movie was shot in America and Canada. The genre of the movie is romantic comedy, and the movie was shot mainly in English besides Greek. Let's talk about the characters. Tula is now 30. She works for her aunt's travel agency. She has a traditional Greek family, and she is the only woman in her family who has failed to find a nice Greek husband and have babies. Her father and mother wants her to get married, and they always say that she is getting so old to get married. This is Ian Miller. Ian sees Tula working at the travel agency and introduces himself to Tula. Later on, the two spend a lot of time together, and Tula starts to fall for him. Ian is a high school English teacher from a family of lawyers. He grew up in an American family. He's easygoing and willing to do anything for the woman he loves, even being dunked in a kiddie pool full of oily water to be baptized on Tula's family's request. Okay, let's talk about the author. Nia Vardalos has a Greek descendants. In 1997, she wrote and performed a one-woman show about her Greek family. Rita Wilson, who is Tom Hanks' wife, attended one of the performances. She went backstage after the show and told Vardalos that it should be made into a movie. Tom Hanks, later on, attended a performance and he called Nia and said, "I'm gonna make your movie." The movie based on her life includes actual quotes from her family members and her own experience marrying a non-Greek man. And let's move on to the incident 1. The first incident is about Tula's father's reaction when finding out the relationship between his daughter and non-Greek man, which he thinks as a problem.
But you never come here to ask me, can you date my daughter?
Well, I'm sorry. I asked you if I can date your daughter. Sir, she's 30 years old.
I am the head of this house.
Okay. May I please date your daughter?
No!
As we can see, Tula's father is the head of the house and everything goes as he says, including where they work or study, whom they marry. For example, before working at her aunt's travel agency, she works at their family restaurant, which is called Dancing Zorbas, on her father's request. He even tries to get into the man she is dating. After finding out the relationship between Ian and Tula, he is looking for a traditional Greek man for her to date instead of Ian. Whereas Ian and his family is autonomous in decision making. They considerably accommodate their needs and wants to fit the needs and wants of others, especially their own family. So Ian's parents show respect to his choices over his life. And let's move on to the incident 2. Second incident is about family models. Ian grew up in a nuclear family, which includes only parents and children, whereas Tula grew up in a huge and loud family. In the next scene, Tula's family is having a party, and Ian Miller meets the whole family for the first time.
Yeah, sorry, everyone, this is Ian.
Christ is risen for sure. Tula found
Ήρθε η μαγειρίτσα!
Like Tula's family, in collectivist cultures, people show high level of loyalty towards their family and culture. Family is highly valued institution that has to be respected. Each person does what is best for society as a whole, rather than themselves. They emphasize family and work group goals above individual needs or desires. On the other hand, Americans are individualistic and seem to be less family-oriented than Greeks. People are encouraged to do things on their own. As far as we can understand from Ian's acceptance to be baptized in order to marry Tula, individualistic people are also very spontaneous who like to follow their sudden inspirations. However, despite all cultural differences, Tula and Ian never give up each other and get married. And the happy ending with a girl in her tummy. Thanks for listening.